Hello children, in this video we are going to see the real application of GST. So generally we do lot of theoretical thing in the book and in the school, but this is what I'll tell you from my real life experience. This is what the board, even the CBSE, board wants us to learn in real life applied question, and this will help you in doing the sum also of the board. You don't think so I'm going out of the syllabus or out of the board. So this is one thing. A few months back I bought this Activa 125. So one example I am telling you, ex showroom price they told me in Kolkata is this. So here they don't tell you what is price, base price, and also ICSE we have a question called inverse. So this is price inclusive of 28%. Okay, so what is the base price? So traditional method, children, is let it be x plus 28% is GST on Scooty. I was reading one article, the manufacturer were requesting government to reduce it to increase the sale. So of x, so then I came to know it is 28%. So this is what type of question you get. So real life, then I'll tell you how we can use calculator also. Even without calculator, how you will do. So this is the traditional way, what you will do in board exam. Let the base price be x plus 28% of x is this. So if you solve this, children, 28% goes 100, comes down, so 87040. So here we have no idea what is the real price. So this is the called ex showroom. Then I'll tell you we add registration, road tax, okay, insurance and all, and how much it will cost when you really start riding on the road. So this is after the GST, which the shopkeeper tell you is ex showroom price. Different states have some other calculation also, but this is the general GST. So some difference is there in different states. So let us see if just GST is 28%. So this is 100 x plus 28x by 100 is 87040. So this is 128x by 100. This is the traditional method. This is the price after GST. You know the GST as percentage. What is the price before GST? Means what we call base price. This is so. This is how you do. So x is, children, 100 goes up, 128 comes down into 87040. Now listen to me very carefully. You can come to real life. Suppose you go to you don't do this all calculation. If GST is 20%, so remember, when price after GST is given, whatever method you use, generally we use this method, it is you put 100 above because price will be less. Before GST it will be less. So GST is like profit, children, remember. GST is like profit if you have done profit and loss nicely. So 100 price will be less, and 28% GST, write 128. 18% GST, write 180. 5% GST, write 105. Okay. So, and then you multiply. And if you do, this is 68,000 you will get. Okay, I hope you know division and multiplication. So this is the price of the Scooty before tax. And ultimately, if I tell you, okay, what is the real price? So finally, children, if you see, this was the ex showroom price, then registration or road tax you pay around 8,000, 6,000 insurance, sometime you buy accessories, okay, guard and all, then footrest. So it comes to around 1,04,000. So what I saw, most of the thing, your real price after all GST and all the taxes and registration, insurance, it almost becomes 50% more. Means 100 rupees when it comes out from company, and after all these things it becomes 50% more. So 100 rupees product become 150. So this is roughly 150%. So around 45 to 55% more than what it comes out. Okay, so this is they call on-road price actually, ex showroom, but then a lot of other thing we have to pay. So this is one example where I showed you, okay, the real thing in real life about GST and other taxes. Let us take 2-3 more examples before we close the video. So next children, we move on to two real life situation. I have all the receipt. These are the product. I have got the receipts. So two things before I go to the next question is that sometime I have rounded off 1 or 2 rupees, but when they make the bill children, it is your exactly that percent. So sometime I have done rounding off, and example one about Scooty, some prices I have rounded off, that is not the real price today. So just for sake of calculation, okay, little bit here or there I have done, so that we get a round value. So just to make you understand the concept, I'm not really worried about how many rupees per se, but you should know the concept of how we get the ex showroom price, or what they call on road. But on road means after paying all the thing. Ex showroom is what they say, but on road you have to pay all those registration, road tax, and then I told you insurance, pollution. So that is really when you take on road. So here we have second example. So when I bought an AC, generally they tell that your price is 29,000. I said okay, you give. Then when I saw the receipt, this is what I saw. Base price is this, roughly 1 or 2 rupees here. This is a real thing which I bought an AC, I think just before COVID, I think. So this is the price. So 28% tax is there, like Scooty and all. This is the highest GST slab. So 14% CGST, 14% SGST. This was the price. So this is, I'm talking about receipt. So when you add, you get this. So roughly it told me. So when you go to shop children, generally they tell price after GST. So if you want to do same question in ICSE, so they'll tell you price after GST is this and GST is 28%. Find the base price. So let the base price be X. X plus 28% of X is, as I told you, 28,998. So as I have solved previous question, you will see ultimately it will come 100 by 128 into this price. So kindly you can do, because exam you have to do this method. So this is the logic. Next children, I bought a mobile 2-3 years back. So he said cost is 15,500. Okay, so 15,500. So when he gave me the receipt, then I understood now there is some doubt about mobile phones. When I bought it was 12%, I'm sure, but it was 18, it became 12 or what, there is a doubt. But mobile is 12% what I saw. Some time I was seeing people talk about 18% GST is there, but this is what I saw in my receipt. So it showed this is my selling price, which they never told me. They told me 15,500, and this was written 6% CGST, 6% SGST, 830. So if you do a little bit rounding off, I have done almost, it is some rupees and paise. So to avoid confusion, I have rounded off from very beginning. So I paid 15,500. So next two more example we will see in our real life. So this is how it goes children, and you should see the receipt when they give you and try to learn. So same way this question, you could have done let the base price be X. X plus 12% of X is equal to 15,500. And if you solve, you will get 13,840. Okay, I've calculated. So this is how we do by traditional method in exam, and this is what is there. This is what ICSE gives question children. This is called inverse method children, which I have done in my 3-part video. 4th was on mental math. So try to see, and it's not very difficult. GST is not very difficult what comes in council, but books we have some very difficult question which I'll try to do later. Next children, we move on to 2 more. See all the receipts I have taken out. These are all the real thing. I'm not opening and showing you because it will take time. I could have read. So all whatever marketing I have done. So generally retail, when I get sometime I get a long bill like this. So and for other thing I have like this. So all this I have taken out just to give you a practical idea about this. So before I go to the 5 and 1/6, we will finish this video. So see here, I bought an air cooler again 2 years back. So they told me simply, this question I have done in my part 1 or part 2 video last. This is an ICSE type question. After discount, listen carefully, and GST said you have to pay 7,047 around 50. So see, but when I saw the bill, the receipt, how much, so I saw that the base price was this. See, what he told me is this, because they generally tell the final value after discount and GST said you get rupees 250 discount. So base price, first we subtract the discount, children. Then what I saw, 9%, 18% is GST on air cooler. I told you AC and all is 28% Scooty. So 9% CGST, 9% SGST, this is the price. So after discount, remember this is in rupees, not percent. Okay, children. So we subtract, it's not 25% and all, it is in rupees, 250, 500. So you have to be very careful. Discount is in percent. So you have to see that, and discount is in rupees. So after that, GST 18% was there. So after adding, this is what I paid. So ICSE tells you this question: price of an item after paying, after having discount of rupees 250 or as percent and GST of 18% is this. Find the base price. So one sum I have done and more I will do later on. Part 1 or part 2, last question. And I told you in short how we do. One method is by X, as I was doing few questions, and another is without X, simple pure arithmetic idea. Now next, I ordered a chili pickle from one particular company. So it was coming from UP to West Bengal. It was coming from UP to West Bengal. So IGST comes over here. We have some question and all, but ICSE does not mention this. But still, I'll tell you how simple it is. So what I saw, when I saw the base price, I ordered 2 bottles of green chili. Okay, 1 kg. It was cheap and good. So I saw IGST is 12%. So since it is interstate from UP to West Bengal, all the money, 32 rupees 50 paise, goes to the central government. Then I later on understood that half of this money actually goes to the destination state, like I am in West Bengal. So central government will pay half of the money, CGST half, it will keep 6%, and 6% half of this will go to the West Bengal government. This is what I read. So what I have read and what I have seen, I am telling you. So once more, this was the base price, this is IGST, and generally we round off to nearest rupees. It would have come 50 paise. So this is there. So before I end, this is, I have told you about various receipt and how GST works in real life. This is what we should learn. This is the idea of the board, so that we see the application of knowledge of commercial mathematics in our everyday life. We should not be like parrots and just we learn the method. So last thing, I'll discuss few everyday item, grocery item, and what is the tax with example, and I'll end the video, children. So if you wish to copy, you can copy this. So children, final part, we come to something very interesting. You can see in any glossary item bill, if you go to a big bazaar or smart bazaar anywhere. So see, this is the what I have found. I'll share with you. Any packed item, you buy an atta, if you buy loose, okay, if you buy loose any item, we don't pay any tax. Okay. So here we see, if we buy a loose item, you go, they have loose item also. So loose item, when you buy atta, rice, whatever, like this is from my real bill. Loose chana brown means gram, 0%. So any big mall you go, anywhere you go, if it is a loose item, not packed item. But see, next, roasted Bengal gram, it was a packet of 200 grams. So once they pack, GST rate is 5%. Surf Excel, when I bought, I saw it is 18%. Red bag, last they said you need a bag. So there was something red, non-woven bag or something. Price 4 rupees or 3 rupees 60 paise. There also, there was GST because I paid for that separately. Anyway, let's come back to packed items. See here, atta worth 200. So this is what is inverse case, children. 200, and I taught you 5% is 10 rupees. So if you see, this is the selling price. Okay, this is price after GST. Remember, this is price after GST 210. Base price is 200 and there is in atta, packed atta, it is loose atta. If you buy, it will be 0%, so it is 5%. So 5% of 200, I told you, is 10% is 20, 5% is 10, so we pay. So remember, these are all inverse case. They'll not tell you the base price. Like over here, you have to see, I paid 336, 12%. So base price was children 300. You can do opposite calculation. Let the base price be X plus notebook. So copies I bought for my children. 12% of X is 336. So once more, notebooks, they have 12% tax. So 300 becomes 336 after tax. So you traditional method, ICSE gives this question. So X plus 12% of X is 336. So base price is 300. So for 100 rupees we pay 12 rupees. For 300 we pay 36. So only GST children is 336 minus 336 rupees, which is 12% of 300. Next is mad angles. I think all Lay's Kurkure, they are 12% tax. So suppose they say the final price you pay 50 rupees. So what is the base price of mad angle? So X plus 12% of X. Use a calculator or calculation and find this. So mad angles is big, 130 gram packet is 50 rupees, which consists of 12% GST. So they generally don't tell you. Most of the thing in what we see in real life is inverse case. We know price with GST. If you want to go back, you have to do this method, or as I have taught you. So direct method would have been 100, as I did other sum by 112 into 50 rupees. Because it is GST is like profit, it is after 12%. So this is 112%. So direct, if you use calculator, I'll tell you what you do, a calculation. Whatever cost you multiply with 20 in calculator. Multiply by 100 or put 20, divide by 100 plus GST. 12% you add 112. 18% 118. 28% 128 you do. So this is what will come here when you solve for X. X will be this. Next one, cornflakes I bought. See, this is after price, not mark price, this is after GST. So actually before GST, this will be 200. Okay, 100 we pay 18 rupees, 100 we pay 18 rupees. So for 200 we pay 36 rupees. So after tax, so if you do whatever calculation, you will know the base price is 200, 118 rupees, 218 rupees. So for 200 base price we pay 236. So in our real life children, before I end, generally it is all the inverse case. ICSE mentions about CGST, SGST, there is no IGST, and there is inverse case. So whatever I have done over here is inverse case, means price with GST. Okay, because it will not explain this is there and all, but once you see the receipt. So try to be very practical children. This is what the board and teacher wants, that you learn the practical application of GST. And once you are good in practical application, in my last video, this was my part 5 video. Okay, so you will see, if you are good in mental maths and good in your practical thing, then any ICSE question, once you know the concept, you will do very easily and accurately. So this was my 4th and this is 5th video. You want to see more, you can see my part 1, 2, 3 video where I have done all the latest paper of ICSE, and this for part 4 was how we do mentally, and this is based on real life experience. So thank you children for watching this video lesson.